Hey guys, what's up? It's Jules here for WhatCulture.com, and I want to talk to you today about the complexity of making films. Now, even if you've got the most perfect film going, there's a chance that it hasn't been a smooth ride along the way, what with career-threatening injuries, bumps, mishaps, and general chicanery. But there have been times when these mishaps have actually made their movies famous and have become cinematic milestones in the process. So from one accident to another, let's talk about some today. With this in mind, I'm Jules, and these are five behind-the-scenes screw-ups that created iconic movie moments. Number 5, the identical twins. There will be blood. Now, having an identical twin is an absolute laugh. I mean, you can just pretend you slept with the same girl, switch it around, you can murder somebody and frame him for it. In fact, we've got one here at What Culture in the form of Simon Miller. People say that I look quite a lot like him, and to be honest, now that he's here right in front of me, I can definitely see it. It's like looking into a mirror.
There will be blood, not just what I say to your mum before. Jules, I'm not saying that.
Just read the line.
I'm not reading the line. It's offensive.
I'll do it myself. Anyway, There Will Be Blood is a cinematic masterpiece. The way the film moves, the way that it presents its images, and the story that it tells is, for lack of better words, absolutely breathtaking. However, it's not so good that it wasn't beset by some problems during filming. Namely, the actor that was going to play Paul Sunday dropped out last minute, leaving the whole film kind of in the lurch. However, thanks to the quick thinking of director Paul Anderson and the acting chops of Paul Dano, we got one of the best visual metaphors in the film. In the form of the two brothers, both visually distinct from one another in terms of clothing, both being taken down by the greed and ambition of Plainview. Ooh, you naughty man. The image would have worked with another actor, but just because it's Dano, it provides yet another moment of odd beauty in this outstanding film. Number 4, the sign in Clerks. One of the best things about Clerks is the fact that it puts so many asides and small jokes that you probably don't catch all of them in the first viewing, one of which being the best sight gag in probably the entire film is the opening shot of the actual sign on the shop that says, "I assure you, we're open." Not only does this set up the laziness of the workers and the rough area they exist in, but it sold the barely there at all film aesthetic that it was going for. Well, it turns out that this wasn't actually planned and actually forced into being because of the fact that Kevin Smith just simply couldn't afford to shut down the shop during the day to film, so had to do it at night. So therefore the stores did have their shutters down because, it was actually closed. It's a stroke of brilliance to hide such an otherwise obvious oversight in plain sight, but then again, this is one of the reasons why this film is often touted as Kevin Smith's best work. Number 3, The Dark Knight's faulty explosives. Now, I really couldn't do this list without putting this entry in because, for lack of better words, it is utterly enthralling to see how a mistake went from being just ooh to ooh, this is pretty good. Heath Ledger was the Joker in this film and never once broke character as the explosives at the hospital failed to detonate all at once. Now, Christopher Nolan at this point of time in filming was letting Heath Ledger run a bit more free with the character, letting him basically go on for longer, add in asides and slurps and ticks, just so that he could see how far he'd pushed the character. And so when this happened, he just said, well fine, let's just keep the cameras rolling. And what he got was a scene that is both horrific, but had an element of comedy in, which is basically what the Joker is all about. It also gave another reason why people gravitated so much towards the Joker in this film, because simply put, he was pure entertainment. So yeah, it was a big goof, but a big bang as well. Number 2, The Matrix food poisoning. The Matrix is one of the defining sci-fi films. The follow-ups, maybe not so much, but the first one, well, that was a slice of orgasm program pie. In fact, food seems to be a big focus of the first one, as you've got Cypher with his meaty betrayal steak, you've got snot food from the real world, and you've also got the food poisoning that Keanu was hit with while filming. Remember that bit when he gets unplugged from the Matrix and just basically hacks his guts up? Well, that was actually real, and turns out that it was because he ate dodgy food the day before they filmed this scene. The Wachowskis loved it so much that they kept it in, and we got a lovely image of the shock the body goes through when leaving the Matrix, and also what happens when you eat rancid egg sarnies. At number 1, The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, The Flag Flies for Rohan. Now, if there's one thing The Lord of the Rings does well, aside from having hairy feet, it is the props. Peter Jackson and his team went to meticulous lengths to try and create every single facet of the world in extreme detail, even going so far as to have each orc having different armor that told a story of how he came to be. Which is bloody mad. But that's not to say that all the props played ball. After all, it was a real helmet that ended up busting Aragorn's toe, and it was also the reason that we got a beautifully haunting shot in the two towers. Now, when we get to Rohan in the movie, it's in pretty dire shape. The king looks wispy, his son's bit the dirt, and Éomer has been banished. So as Éowyn steps out to look upon the land they're losing, she also looks up to a flag, which flies off and tumbles away. It's a perfect visual metaphor for a land that's on the brink, but it wasn't actually planned. She was meant to look up and it just be up there, but some strong winds actually tore it away, and Peter Jackson loved it so much that he included it in the final film, even having a shot where it lands at Aragorn's feet in the next scene. Lovely touch. And there we go, those were 5 behind-the-scenes scripts that actually improved their movies. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comments section below, and as always, I've been Jules, you've been awesome. Before you go, check out either one of these 2 videos, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!